Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Luna Wisdom Tarot. I'm Antoinette, and I have another pick a card reading ready for you. I want to welcome back all the recent subscribers. Thank you so much, all the long-term subscribers. I just really appreciate your support and your comments. I love hearing how the channel is resonating with you. Okay, so with that, our subject today is messages from your ancestors. So we're going to find out what your impact is to this generation. What do your ancestors think of that? What are their thought processes around it? So with that, I pulled this Moonology card. It's called Luck on Your Side. It's new moon energy. And then we have the Yes coin. And from here, we have three piles. So pile one is this angel number 21, I am inspiring. So that's pile one. Pile two is angel number 444, I am protected. And then pile three is I am a pioneer, and it's angel number 19. So with that, go ahead, meditate on the cards, decide which one you want to pick, and when you're ready, go ahead and select your timestamp. Now, I do want to remind all of you, these are general messages. So of course, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And this is just meant to be a fun reading about our ancestors. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'll see you at your pile. Hello, pile one. If you selected card angel number 21, I am inspiring. This is your message. So this card I'm going to keep holding up, and I'll read it for you. It says, you are highly creative with a strong will to succeed. Your imagination is highly charged. It reveals itself in everything you do, from your sparkling conversations to your most prized projects. I am inspiring. Okay, so we are going to be walking into some new moon energy soon, later on this week, and the new moon's actually in Virgo. But when I pulled from the Moonology deck, this card came up, which is Luck on Your Side. So that would be guiding our messages today. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards, and we will get into the messages. So the question today for you, pile one, is what urgent messages are coming from your ancestors? What do they want you to know? And this may be about the impact to this generation, what your role is. So what do they want you to know? Oh, well, there you go. High Priestess. And the Hierophant. And the Page of Swords came out strong. I am inspiring. This is really a great message for you. I'm absolutely loving it. Okay. So when we look at the card, first we're going to look at 21, that angel number. It talks about how you're highly creative and you have a strong will to succeed. And that's followed up right out by the High Priestess. This fact is, the High Priestess energy, it's mystic, it's, strong, it's one of the most powerful cards in tarot. And then you also follow up with the Hierophant, which, if you notice here, there's leaders. This is a leader, and there's followers that are sitting down here. And so on both of these cards, these are leader cards. These are cards that are really leaning into just what makes you stand out, your high qualities. So the ancestors definitely see that you're someone who is a force to be reckoned with. You're someone who has a good understanding of yourself. You definitely are at peace with where you're at this stage in your life. So you can still be building, but it's like you're not trying to fit in or try to overly question where you're at. Like, you understand your role, where you're sitting, and what you're working for. And all of this is very evident. The High Priestess energy is definitely something that shows a sense of duality. So there's some mastery here, I think, around, just really understanding both sides of yourself. Like, we'll say your weaknesses and your strengths, and knowing how to work through things in a very positive way. So when we look back at this card 21, it says it reveals itself in everything you do, from your sparkling conversations to your most prized projects. And this is going deep into your imagination. So we think about imagination, you have a strong subconscious mind. Again, something that leans in from the High Priestess energy is this ability to be able to imagine things into what they could be and not be so stuck in what they are. So now if we transition and we look at the Hierophant energy, messages from your ancestors, what they want you to know is that you are stepping in, if you're not already in this energy, but you definitely will be stepping into an energy where you're more of a leadership position, a teaching position, a position where people are going to be learning from you, and you're going to have a lot of ways you can add value. The Hierophant is a card where there's a lot of mastery. And so for you, you have hit a lot of mastery in a variety of ways. So what you're going to be doing is almost like paying it back, or we can say paying it forward to people who are, we'll say, even a couple steps behind you. You may feel like you're not that far along, or that you have so much more to go. But in this instance, as represented by the Hierophant card, you really don't have that much, that far to go. Like, you're fine. Like, you can just move forward and keep things just, level-headed, consistent, keep going after your goals. But don't be surprised if people are kind of watching you along the way. They're learning from you along the way. They're asking for you to take a look at things. They're asking your opinion. This is kind of where it's headed. So your ancestors want to prepare you for this next step. Like I said, you could already be in this energy, or you could be in a spot where you don't feel like you're ready for this energy yet. This is just confirmation. If you have it, then that's confirmation. You're already in it. And then if it starts coming around, now you're not going to be so surprised. Your ancestors wanted to make sure you're prepared for it. So this Page of Swords energy, this is like this mental energy, a little bit of preparing for the future and also excitement for the future, but not really sure where that's headed. You notice in this card, the expression. It's a great expression because it's like you can see this person is very, in a way, guarded, but also, kind of looking up and trying to figure out their next move. And so this is a point where we want to go back to that card 21. I am inspiring. So that's how people will see you. And it's like with the Page of Swords energy, you will feel at times like a page, like you're not ready to share this message. You're not ready to step into this leadership role, or maybe what you want, as represented by the High Priestess, is a little ethereal. It's a little out there. It's a little too much in the imagination. What your ancestors want you to know is that when the opportunity presents itself, it is the right time and it is the right message. This is what you're meant to do. This is what you're born to do. Okay, so with that, we're going to get further cards on messages from your ancestors. All right. Ten of Pentacles. This is going to be very abundant for you. The Ten of Pentacles is an incredibly abundant energy. What I like about this card, and I'll show it, is the fact that it's an older man, so he feels like fulfilled with where he's at. Looks like he has children, maybe even a grandchild there, or a couple grandchildren in this picture. There's dogs here. There's a ton of pentacles hanging above. Financial abundance, but not just financial abundance, a lot of physical abundance, right? Family is here. He's lived a good, healthy life. You could kind of see him sitting here looking at everything that's a result of his hard work, or his we'll say his life decisions, right? So this is the energy that is coming in for you. It's that you are working hard and you are stepping in a place of what I'm seeing as being an inspired leader. So let's talk about that. You could be an inspired leader in a variety of ways. You could be, leading up something in fashion, something in sports, something, online, like being an influencer, or a writer, a musician, an artist, whatever it is. You could be in a corporate job, right, and take on a leadership position and have a team where you are setting the example and showing them how to do things and kind of rewriting the way things have been done before. It could be in a variety of areas. It could also be more on a spiritual sense. Maybe you're a spiritual leader. Maybe you're a tarot card reader. Maybe you do Reiki or whatever. But whatever it is you're doing, you see yourself as a page, but I mean, really, you have a lot more skill than that, as represented by the High Priestess and the Hierophant. And that reassurance from your ancestors that, guess what, you know, you're going to have a good future. Now, this is interesting. I had some cards fall. A lot of major arcana. I'm on the fence if I should take them, so I'm going to figure that out right now. I have butterfingers today, sorry. Okay. You're gonna die at this hand, like it's crazy. Okay, this is just, it's a lot of awesome major arcana that I didn't expect to come out. The Magician energy showed up, as well as the Ace of Pentacles and the Empress. Okay, so let's talk about this a little more. I'm gonna move the Magician. Okay, we're using these as clarity cards. So, the High Priestess is clarified by the Magician. I mean, we said you had the second most powerful card in the deck. Now you have the first. Of course, the Fool is powerful in itself, symbolizing new beginnings. But when we look at representations of tarot, you're already in that High Priestess energy, but the Magician clears it up for you. You are inspiring. Now, how this first level was about you are inspiring. Now, what I see for the second level, your clarification is actually going to be selected based on this Moonology card. Luck is on your side. I apologize. There's someone outside my window, so if you hear noise, I'm going to pause right now and I will start when they move. Sorry about that. It's still summer here, so I keep my windows open a lot, so hopefully that made it a little bit better. And I just realized my side window here is open as well. Okay, so back to the message. The Magician clarifying the High Priestess. What does that mean? I see the Magician energy as relating to this luck is on your side. And of course, you have the yes coin here. How luck is on your side is because you have unlocked your Magician energy, your ability to manifest, your ability to be empowered and make empowering moves, smart moves, to make things happen. The Magician represents mastery over the wand energy, okay? Over the cup energy, over the pentacle energy, and over the sword energy. That's the mental energy, that's the emotional energy, that's the creative energy, that passion energy, and of course, that's that physical abundance, that's actual abundant material possessions. The fact that you're in a space with this clarity card of mastery in this area means that as you step into your inspiring energy and stepping into what you're meant to do on this, you know, in this next phase of your life, the Magician energy is yet another confirmation from your ancestors. You are ready for it. Luck is on your side. You can't get a stronger lucky card than the Magician, okay? And you already have the Ten of Pentacles. So Spirit keeps telling you and reassuring you your success is guaranteed. So whatever you're working on, pile one, I don't know what that is. Obviously, it could be a variety of things. I think it's important for you to note you are on the right track. You're on the right path. If you had any doubt in your mind, this is your confirmation. It's important for you to know, this is what your ancestors want you to know. Don't give up. Keep going. This is where you're meant to be. The Ace of Pentacles is here, clarifying the Hierophant. This is showing that wherever you are stepping into this role, this is that kind of that leader role, that role where people are following you, that role that you don't know if you're ready, that position of power. The Ace of Pentacles is here showing that there's so much potential for financial abundance. You are starting on a new financial abundant journey. So if you're already successful in other areas and you're restarting this path, this is confirming this Ace of Pentacles, that 10 of Pentacles is in your future. You know, we already kind of knew that over here, but this is showing the kickoff to your journey to card 10, to 10 Pentacles, is with this Ace of Pentacles, is when you start sitting in this teaching space, when you start, you know, practicing what you're meant to practice. You start what? Inspiring, as represented by card 21. So now we have the Empress energy. And so this energy is very interesting. That page of Swords is like, it's that mental doubt, right? We talked about like, oh my God, am I ready? But I don't know if I'm ready. And I feel like her face is perfect in this, right? Or their face is perfect in this. So if you look at this here, the Empress is clarifying this card. Look at the difference in expressions. I think this is important to note. So you go from kind of a, oh, not sure, worried kind of feeling. And then look how she went to content. She looks like she has a quiet confidence. She's sitting just proudly out in the forest, wearing her crown and knowing that she is exactly where she's meant to be. So what I want to point out for you right now is that when you have those moments of doubt, this is that luck is on your side. Remember, you can tap into this Empress energy, this energy of self-nurturing, because it's a nurturing card, by reminding yourself you are not responsible to, for instance, if you're looking at somebody at the top of their game and you're stepping into that space and you're fairly new and you're looking at somebody who, let's just say, has done it for 10 years, 15 years, whatever, the reason why you can be content in this Empress energy is because you're helping the people who aren't even prepared to take this journey yet. You're helping the people who are looking to you for support. The right people will follow you at the right time. You are ready to step in these shoes. You can sit content because only the people that are meant to learn from you will find you. And that is just such an important message that's being brought home by the Empress energy. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know why I pulled the thing here. Okay, so let's do a little bit more shuffling. Get one more clarity card, and then we'll ask the next question. Lovers. The Lovers card. And so this card is clarification on 10 of Pentacles. You will have a very strong relationships in your life. It doesn't have to be just romantic relationships. I mean, it certainly can be, of course, it's the Lovers card, but it's actually deeper than that. It actually could be, it could be partnerships, it can be friendships, it could be any of those things. It's underneath the 10 of Pentacles. It's confirming you're not going to just have financial abundance. Remember how we talked about material abundance, as well as we saw like a content family in front of this guy and the 10 of Pentacles. What the Lovers card is clarifying is that you will have that strong connection and have strong like love in your life, whatever way that makes sense for you, wherever way you have those needs, you will be supported. We're talking about a very fulfilling, very inspiring life, because luck is on your side, and that's what we were clarifying. Okay, now we're going to get one more set of cards. Now this is about, I mean, you have a very exciting message, pile one, a lot coming in for you. But what I want to find out is, what is your impact to this generation? You know, we're asking your ancestors what your impact is supposed to be to this generation, and we'll see what they have to say. Temperance. You are nothing but major arcana. I don't know if you know how special that is, but it's just major arcana all over the place. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana. That's pretty incredible. That's not common. I think, you know, my regular viewers know that. So it's just really showing like you're really, like, your ancestors want you to know you are meant to have a major impact. Yeah, and it's going to be a pretty powerful impact too. It's represented by the Knight of Wands. 10 of Swords. Yeah, this is going to be interesting, and let me just play this out. Not, it's such a scary card, the Ten of Swords. I remember pulling Ten of Swords straight for like a year, by the way. So imagine what I was going through at the time. It was not fun. Okay, here we go. This is, what is your impact to the generation? I'm loving this, especially the Ten of Swords for this reading, and I'll explain why. So we start off with the Temperance card. So what you're going to be able to do, as represented by the Temperance card, remember, it's on top of the High Priestess and the Magician. What your generational impact will be is you'll be able to use that kind of that beautiful, ethereal, mysterious, powerful positioning that comes from the High Priestess. You will use that at times. So we're going to use that as the representative, as the water that's being poured in by this angel. And then going into the fire cup and spilling out, looks like lava spilling out, that can be the Magician energy. Meaning, you know how to perfectly and contently use both aspects to get to be able to use what you're like, use all of your gifts in this world. You're going to be able to learn such a beautiful balance. You're going to be able to hold that inspiring vibe. You are inspiring, but how do you hold on to it long term? That's exactly how you hold on to it. I want to show you something else that I noticed. Your number is 21. When we look at the Magician and the High Priest next to each other, it's 21. Underneath, I noticed it is 21. 21 is definitely, these are the first two cards, confirming your angel card. This is your number. If it resonates with you, it could be your birthday number, it could be your, a number that you're seeing around, like for whatever reason it's standing out. It could just be a number that resonates with you in this reading, whatever it is, just as a confirmation, this truly is your angel number of this moment. So now we have the Temperance card. So the Temperance card, as we talked about, was that balancing energy that's underneath here. We're going to transition over to the Wands energy. This Wands energy and what your impact is this generation is you're going to come in very unexpectedly. What you're bringing to the table is not expected. Remember, you're coming in as the Hierophant, and you have a lot of financial opportunity with that. But like the Knight of Wands, it's passionate energy, it's fast energy. You're not expected. You're coming in and almost just shocking whatever industry you're coming into. You are going to make an entrance. Pile one. It is something that is inevitable. Okay? And so 10 of Swords energy. Why did I like this? Because who likes to see the 10 of Swords, right? I like this for you here because I believe it's clarifying back to this energy, this Page of Swords energy, which is this energy like, you know what, I don't feel like I'm ready for this stage. Like if you're in this Hierophant energy and you're helping people, it may mean that your audience expands. And we'll use the example like your YouTuber or an Instagrammer or TikTok or, and it's like all of a sudden your audience almost doubles. And it's like that may be a moment where you're like, oh my God, am I ready for this? That Page of Swords energy. What's coming through here with that question, your impact to this generation? Your impact to this generation is that you are going to kill any of that imposter syndrome that you may have experienced in the past. It's going to be gone. And there's going to be some sort of impact you have for someone else, killing their imposter syndrome with maybe how you talk about it later, maybe just sharing your experience with someone, or it could be something like, deeper than that. But regardless, you will be the one that helps other people with that. So it's not going to just be you get through this and it's done. This is going to be something that you help other people with. So if or when, it may have already happened or it may happen, as you expand into this new energy and you have these moments of doubt and you sit in your contentment, I'm ready energy that was represented by the Empress, that 10 of Swords energy is going to generate. And that is good because you will start learning ways to connect with other people when they experience this. And you're literally paying it forward. You're paying forward what you've learned. Okay, and now the last card, the Hangman. The Hangman card is here, and it's about seeing things from a new perspective. what your generational impact is, that you're going to help people see things in a totally different way. That's one of your skills. That's one of the things that people are going to help you. People are going to seek you out for, is your different perspective. You're going to be very disruptive because other people are not going to see it coming. They're not going to understand it. And you will be very effective, and you probably already are very effective at showing people an alternative perspective. This is your impact to this generation from your ancestors. Okay, pile one. I hope you enjoyed this message. I certainly did. Very impressive. Tons of major arcana. You're bringing it, pile one. You are inspiring for sure, and we already know luck is on your side. So if you enjoyed the message, please like, share, subscribe if you feel called. I post these messages at least a couple times a week, and I always strive to post encouraging, uplifting messages. If you feel called to join the channel, please do. Love to have you join. But thank you so much, and I really appreciate your time. Have a great day. Hello, pile two. If you selected card 444, I am protected. This is your reading. Today we're going to be talking about messages from your ancestors. And so we're going to get those messages, and then the last bit of the reading will be, what is your impact to this generation from your ancestors' perspective? So that's going to be interesting. With that, let's go ahead and read this card, and then we'll just start getting into those messages. So you selected card 444, I am protected. I'm going to try to hold this up. I don't know if you can read it on screen. Hopefully you can. It says, trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. I am protected. Okay. And then this card, luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. We do have a new moon coming up, so new moon energy is going to be a little bit part of this reading. The new moon energy is actually in Virgo this season, but this reading's timeless, so you can listen to it at whatever time you want. But I did pull this card from the Moonology deck in honor of the new moon, and so this new moon in Sag was pulled. Luck is on your side, so that's kind of the general messages that have come through your ancestors. So I did start filming, but there's a little bit of noise, so I shuffled these two cards out already. Now I'm going to keep shuffling. And the question is, of course, what urgent messages are coming from your ancestors? Okay. What urgent messages are coming from your ancestors? Ace of Wands. All right. So, urgent messages coming from your ancestors. So right out the gate, we start talking about the wheel card. And the wheel is, I think, such a perfect card to start this message. Now let me talk about why. First of all, I don't know if any of you guys are really connected to circles. You like circular objects, or you've just been seeing like circles and things a lot. I bring this up because there's a lot of circular things in the cards here, right? So you have, of course, the moon, and then on top of that was the yes that was here in our coin. And then you have the circle that stands out here for on the wheel. And then it's also represented in your Page of Pentacles energy as well. And then, you know, technically bowls are circular. So I do want to point that out. Not sure if that connects with you, but it is an important note. Okay. So with that in mind, the wheel card follows up on I am protected card. Now the wheel represents like things kind of working for you. Things are turning positively in a positive direction. The wheel is symbolically turning in your favor. Now, why is this so perfect for your reading? Well, what I want to point out here is that we have the card 444. Now, if you look at it, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. There is 4 letters on each one of these coins. Tarot, with the assumption that you're reading it forward, and then double T, right? So that's kind of how it works. So already you see some symbolic, messaging here with 4s, but then we can go a little bit deeper than that. when we talk about the wheel turning in your favor, it's important to note here that we talk about trusting that life is unfolding, and it's unfolding in your favor if we think about it that way. Because remember, it said trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you're where you need to be at this present moment. The wheel card comes in to lean into that even more. These are urgent messages from your spirit team, from your ancestors. So it's important to note that. It's important to note that, and I'm sorry, I'm sliding. I have to slide my door closed. A lot of activity outside right now. Okay. It's important to note that your ancestors want to reassure you here. So I don't know if you've been kind of questioning things or kind of wishing that timelines were different. We all get in those spaces where we're just kind of waiting for something to happen. Full transparency, I'm in that space right now. So I'll claim this message a bit because it's like, I feel like I'm kind of waiting for something to happen, you know? And so this is a reassurance. Like, you're exactly where you need to be at your present moment. You are protected. No matter what things appear around you where you're not protected, you're actually very protected. You're in a good spot. Now, what I love about this messaging is if we go right into the Nine of Cups, one of my favorite cards, especially out of this Light Seers tarot deck, she's exploding out with energy. I mean, we have a treasure chest here with gold cups and gold jewelry and all sorts of things there in coins. And then we have 9 cups all just levitating in the air. This is ultimate manifestation. This is dreams realized. So what's happening here is your ancestors are sending you an urgent message of promise that you are going to get everything that you want. Like the journey that you have set in your mind, where you want to go, what you've been working toward, and trying to follow the natural flow or that natural instinct to just play it out. And just trust that this is wish fulfillment. This is dream fulfillment. You're in that Nine of Cups energy. Now, I do want to point out that the Page of Pentacles is acknowledging where you're at now. You do have a great sense of gratitude, pile 2. You understand how far you've come. You understand this very large pentacle. You see that she's holding here. And there's a sense of calmness, right? She's holding the tree pose, yoga position. She doesn't look like she's in a huge rush, so she's understanding it. Now, I want to point out something here. It looks like there's a root coming from her. So this is one of the things that I frankly just recently noticed in this card deck, which I've seen these cards how many times, but there is a root that starts from the pentacles coming down through her hands around her leg, and it shows up down here on her foot, and then there's a little root coming out. I don't know if you can see the root. Hopefully you can right here. What is the point of that? It's showing that you have stabilized yourself in the present moment, meaning you have done so good about trusting your journey and being and they say trusting your journey and trust the way your life unfolds. You are doing this. And so this is your ancestors' confirmation you are doing this. You're also sitting in gratitude because you see how she's holding that pinnacle? She's not holding it too tight, but she's not holding it where she can just, she's not appreciating it, okay? It's that beautiful balance that Spirit talks about, but it's so hard to create. And so what I want to point out here for you is that you're in this situation where you're stabilized, you're grateful for where you're at, and you're kind of waiting for that next new beginning, that next moment of inspiration, that next ability to what she's bursting from, that creativity and all that. Yes, this represents abundance and everything, but it's almost like that fire that's starting in this woman's head, Ace of Wands, is like fully realized in the Nine of Cups energy, if that makes sense. So this fire, this passion, this desire for something new, this desire to like unleash, like you've been holding something back, is here. And so I want to point that out, because for you, and what your ancestors are talking about here, is that you have this beautiful kind of mindset where you are so ready. It's like, just give me the next spot. Like, I'm ready to go. Like, it's like you are ready for that next, we'll say that next step. And so I am protected is just reaffirming to you, you're in the right spot at the right time. The card said, trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. So if you've been kind of struggling with that, this is your confirmation. Now, let me see here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to get some clarifying cards on these. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Page of Cups. Interesting. All right. Page of Wands. A lot of page energy. So you are building and manifesting a lot. The Death card in reverse. Or no, the Chariot card in reverse. Saw that wrong. There we go. Chariot in reverse. Okay, your clarifying cards. Eight of Pentacles. The wheel is turning in your favor. And what the Eight of Pentacles is talking about, it's about a level of security and a level of choice. You have a lot coming up, a lot of abundant opportunities. And the way I read this card as it flows into the Page of Cups is that you're letting your heart guide you a bit, and you're really trusting your journey. So this is a deeper look at it. So when we think about the wheel turning in your favor, it is turning in your favor. And again, half of a wheel, right? Like a circular kind of view again, like half of a circle here. So as you're trusting that the wheel is turning in your favor, this Eight of Pentacles is like, okay, I do have some choices to make. I do need to look at things, right? What is the next step for me? What would make my dreams come true? It's unlocking your manifestation energy. And then here, when we have the Nine of Cups, remember how we said, one of the things I said was, this is wish fulfillment energy. The clarifying card on this, the Page of Cups, is a really fun card, because you see, pigs, like, it's like when pigs can fly. Like, he's looking up, his hair is kind of being blown. It's like he's thinking with his heart, like, and almost like feet off the ground, like he's not stable. Her feet are off the ground too. And I think what's so beautiful about the Page of Cups energy is it's like combined with wish fulfillment is the idea that you're allowing yourself to dream again, and you're supposed to. And so that's kind of the urgent messages from Spirit, is that continue to allow yourself to dream. I believe you've been dreaming, but it's like continue to allow it. Continue to set those things in motion, because you are stable and you are in this gratitude energy and you are in a really good spot currently. The clarifying card is yet another page, the Page of Wands. That it's that passion, it's that explosion of creativity, that exposure of what's coming next, and kind of freely just throwing her wand up in the air, full jump again. There's a lot of light feet energy if we think about it. The Page of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, she's only on one foot. She's not standing at all. She's jumping up in the air. Nine of Cups, similar to the Page of Wands energy. Then you have the Page of Cups, 2 feet up in the air. And then you have 1 foot up in this Wheel of Fortune energy. So the point here is it's about being free and like trusting. Again, I am protected. the fact that there's so much kind of this light energy, this abundant energy, exploding heart energy is represented by the Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups. There's just a lot of like dynamic energy here. So all of this is here, like just letting yourself dream. That's what they're talking about here. The Page of Pentacles, you are stable, you're in gratitude, you're exactly where you're meant to be. So allow yourself to kind of release that passion, that creativity. Allow yourself the Ace of Wands energy, find that next path that's going to get you excited because you are protected. And in this moment, understand that you are protected and you're exactly where you want to be. But you can allow yourself to dream while you are trusting the journey. And that's the messaging from your ancestors. They want you to know that. They want you to be clear on that. Now, the other thing we need to talk about is that luck is on your side. We were reassured of that with the Nine of Cups, and it brought home even more with the Page of Pentacles. But what I want to point out to you is that trust your journey and that luck is on your side messaging that came out over here is really brought home by the Chariot card. The Chariot card is a card of action. It's a card of like dynamic energy. It's a card where, look at this man's stance. He's like mid-stance again, light on the feet, right? Just anxiously awaiting, barely holding on as this chariot's being pulled at a very rigorous speed is what's implied, right? What I want to point out to you is that this came out in reverse. It means that that's going to be the hardest thing is as you are dreaming, you will patiently wait for that chariot moment. In reverse, it means that you don't have that speed quite yet, and that may be discouraging to you. But again, trust your journey. Luck is on your side. When you need that dynamic energy, it will be there. But for now, trust that this is exactly where you're meant to be. Okay, so now I'm going to pull the next question, which is for your ancestors. What is your impact to the generation? We know that you're meant to do a lot of great things, right? We see that here, and that you're on the right road. But what is your impact to the generation as you follow through your journey and as you trust your journey? What is the impact? Interesting. Ten of Swords is coming out. It came out for the last pile as well. Five of Wands energy in reverse. What is your impact to this generation? Seven of Pentacles. Oh, you can teach a lot of great lessons here. Queen of Cups, and then the Temperance card came out. Okay, so what is your impact to this generation? It starts with the Ten of Swords. So this energy is energy where just everything's kind of gone wrong. Excuse me. The classic tarot deck, Rider-Waite Tarot, actually shows, like knives in a person's back and they're laying bleeding out. It's betrayal. It's defeat. It represents a lot of different things. What is your impact to this generation? It's the fact that you can't be defeated. You have that undefeated energy. You have that Teflon, where they say Teflon Don, right? You have that energy. You will be challenged, and you've seen challenges, but nothing will stop you. It's that confirmation that ultimately the wheel is always turning in your favor. Ultimately, I am protected. Ultimately, luck is on my side. So for some of you, you may relate to this, like you've had a few moments of Ten of Swords in your life, but you bounce out of it and in a better position. I think that's why, and my eye just took me to the Page of Pentacles yet again. I think that's why you're able to stand on one foot, right, and have your roots in and sit in gratitude, no matter where you're at. That is why you're able to tap in and trust your journey today, despite what's happened yesterday. Now, I want to point out that the next card up is your Five of Wands energy. Your Five of Wands energy is in reverse, and this is like this conflict, kind of competition, always looking out to like at what other people are doing and trying to get your best, we'll say, get in first to win, that kind of thing. It's in reverse. The way I see this for you is that you have a lot of people who try to compete with you. See, meanwhile, and I think it's perfect how the card shows, this Page of Wands energy, while you're looking up hopeful and dreaming and pigs can fly, and you already are manifesting this treasure set, you're already manifesting wishes fulfilled, people will be busy sometimes seeking conflict, wanting to take issue with something that you're doing, something that you're working on, all of that. If that resonates with you, and if you've been dealing with that lately, or if that's just been something that's happened to you throughout your life, this is your confirmation. You are protected, and just, again, keep on your own journey. Allow yourself to dream, as brought out by the Ace of Wands, okay? So the next card out is the Seven of Pentacles. This represents your patience. You really exemplify patience. Your impact on this generation is your patience is going to blow a lot of people away. I feel the need to share something that I learned a while back. So Morgan Freeman, I was studying him in like an acting class, and one of the things that came up about him was that he didn't have his first breakout role till he was in his 50s. And I think that's really important to note. Morgan Freeman's breakout role, where he started to become like recognizable face, wasn't until he was in his 50s. A lot of times in life, a lot of success is presented like wonder kids or people in their 20s, maybe their 30s, but it's like you're supposed to accomplish so much before you're 40 years old, right? And be all of these things. Now, I'm just using age as an example. Anything can work. The point of the Seven of Pentacles is that your patient approach will rear benefits and will render a lot of people like kind of speechless because they won't see it coming. But at the same end, luck is on your side, and there's something about how you build it that you'll be in complete peace. You're going to build exactly what you want to build. You're going to see the success exactly the way you want to see it. You're going to have that wish fulfillment that you're dreaming of. But it may mean that you have to be a bit more patient and trust the journey, because it's not lining up the way people have done it in the past. Or maybe it's not, you're not getting that same sense of, we'll say, satisfaction that maybe you would have gotten in the past. So that's kind of one of the things that, to point out. So your Queen of Cups energy here, this is the energy where I talked about you're in flow. I mean, it's water energy, right? You're in a place where you're content. We talked about the content energy of the Page of Pentacles. It's that same kind of contentment, but it's now you're the Queen of Cups. Now you're in a position of creation. You're in the position of flow, manifestation, all of those lovely things. This is where you're at. Now, the last bit of your reading, the last card here is the Temperance card, and the card is 14, so representing yet again that 4s are your number today. The Temperance card really represents a balance of light and dark. It represents like a sense of flow, a sense of harmony. This is your ultimate energy, and it's so perfect for your reading today, because you're going to be in this temperance energy. This is going to be your goal and what you maintain. This is why you'll have an impact to this generation, whatever that means for you. It could be your children, it could be the people around you that you work with, your closest friends, family, whatever it means for you. But your impact to this generation from your ancestors, from their point of view, is that you're going to be the representation of temperance personified. You're going to be the person who has such a beautiful, balanced, rich view of the world, and as well as how to balance energies around you. So with that, pile 2, remember that you are protected, trust where you are, and you are exactly where you need to be at the present moment, and that luck is on your side. Okay, with that, if you enjoyed the message, please hit like, share, subscribe if you feel called to. If you want to subscribe, I do post multiple times a week. So, you know, you'll be able to get quite a few pick a cards. They're always I try to be positive, uplifting, entertaining. So if you feel called to, please join the channel. And then, of course, shoot me a comment. Let me know what you think. I always love to hear your messages. I like to know what you think of it, what resonated with you, or even if you have ideas for my next pick a card. All right, with that, I'll talk to you later, Pile 2. Take care. Hello, Pile 3. If you selected card 19, I am a pioneer. This is your message. So, today's messages are going to be about urgent messages from your ancestors. We'll go through those messages first. My final question will be, what is your impact to this generation from your ancestors' perspective? So that'll be interesting to hear. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and read this card and I'll hold it up. Hopefully you can see the full description. So this is angel number 19. I am a pioneer. It says, independence and self-sufficiency are necessities to you. You're extremely capable in life and in work and aren't afraid to take big risks to achieve the life you desire. Well, that's not bad at all. And then I have the Moonology card here that I pulled. We do have new moon energy coming up for Virgo. So I just went to Moonology Oracle deck and pulled a card. This one is Luck is on Your Side, New Moon in Sagittarius. And of course, I have my coin here that says yes. So we'll go ahead and do that. So even though we may have some new moon energies influencing the messages today, this is a timeless reading. So you take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and it doesn't matter anytime you listen to this. So you don't have to be in a new moon season to enjoy the messages today from your ancestors. Okay, with that, I'm going to go ahead and pull the cards. I'm going to use Pulp Girl's tarot deck today. All right. So we are asking, what are the messages from your ancestors? What do they want to share with you today, Pile 3? Oh, right out the gate, Lovers. Okay. What are urgent messages do you have for Pile 3? The High Priestess, interesting. 3 of Swords. 4 of Wands. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm excited. I like this one. All of them have been so good tonight. I mean, they're always good, but like, this is interesting. It's like a story. Okay. So, here we go. Luck is on your side. I am a pioneer. So, messages from your ancestor. First and foremost, the Lover's card came out. Then we have the High Priestess energy. I think you are a very independent person, but you also are somebody that is incredibly loving, there for all of your friends, supportive. You're not like cold or dismissive or anything like that. You're somebody who is, everybody wants to be around. Like you're just like have a gregarious, very accepting, loving energy. So you do have this self-sufficiency, but what I'm seeing here for you with the Lover's card is that you really are one of these people that you will pull up and support and be and help others at any point in your life. You're somebody who's willing to kind of risk it all for others. Now we started to talk about at the end of the I Am a Pioneer card, big risk to achieve the life you desire. This is something that I actually see in spades with the Lover's card. It's like you're willing for the love of your life, for your best friends, for your family. You're that one. You are a ride or die. So the urgent messages that are coming out here is that you do have this High Priest energy. I see a duality. So yes, on one hand, and we'll use it with visualization with these pillars. So on one hand, you are the ride or die. We'll say that that's this left pillar here, but you're also the right pillar. The right pillar is that independent self-sufficiency, you know, extremely capable. You're going to take big risks. You're going after what you want. You are both. You're both energies. And Pile 3, you could drop it on the comments. Let me know if this resonates with you. But I feel for a lot of you, this has always been true of you. You've always been that ride or die, that amazing friend, that amazing partner, fantastic, even like co-worker, like you just own your relationships. But you also can be incredibly independent. You're incredibly hardworking. You could be both an introvert and an extrovert. Introverted, let's just say in your home life, you like to stay at home a lot. But when you're out at your job, when you're out with friends, you can be extrovert when you need to be. So an ambivert, right? You're kind of both. So what we're seeing here for the I am pioneer energy, the Three of Swords came out. The Three of Swords is like heartbreak, betrayal, things like that. And this is showing that duality. There's a lot of duality here, and I'm actually very impressed by it. Now, your messages are a bit different than the others, I have to say. So we're just going to read them as it is, but it's interesting because it's a totally different vibe. Even like what's being shared by your ancestors. So the Three of Swords represents you have had some betrayal, you have had some difficult times, and that may have led a little bit to your independent nature. Now, not completely. I think that there's a piece of you that is just independent anyway. But, you've definitely had some heartbreak. I wouldn't be surprised if you had friends that betrayed you, family members that betrayed you, someone at work done you dirty, right? It could be someone shady trying to steal an idea from you, or actually successfully stole an idea from you. It could also be, unfortunately, a love interest that has done you wrong, third-party relationships, stealing, those types of things, like very disruptive things, very heartbreaking things. What I keep hearing is betrayal. So relationships in your life that have had some betrayal. And these are urgent message from your ancestors because they want you to know Four of Wands is possible, okay? So that's where we want to jump to right away. The Four of Wands is possible and it is coming in. These two women here, this represents celebration. It represents a solid home life. It represents a very happy time in your life. It could be having, stable relationships around you, but it's a very, very happy, bright card. And you deserve it. You deserve it, pile 3. So it's following the Three of Swords. So it's acknowledging some of your duality could be from the Three of Swords energy, but some of that duality has always been here. But when we talk about you being a pioneer, I'm going to get a little bit more clarity on that. Like I said, the way these cards come out was a little different. They're actually telling you what's been going on. So I feel like some of you may be single. Drop it in the comments where you are looking for a new love interest, or maybe you just had to cut ties with a close friend, a close family member. And so that Lover's card and the Three of Swords card is acknowledging that. Oh yeah, there we go, the Tower. Interesting. Definitely, this must be on your mind, pile 3. If it is, let me know. Page of Swords. A lot of mental energy being spent on this. Ten of Swords. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, pile 3. You've really been going through it. So clarity on the messaging. The Queen of Swords is, okay, so this is good news, and then we're going to be talking about the skills you've developed and how pretty much you are where you are. Remember, you're represented as the High Priestess today. So what you've gone through is pretty incredible. But that Queen of Swords energy, you've learned to be decisive. You've learned to not just take people in by what they tell you. You're not easily swayed. You're no one's fool. You are able to read people. You're able to question. You have that confidence to do that. And who you've become has created other people's tower moments. Okay? You're creating other people's tower moments. The people who have betrayed you in their life, and now you are such a decisive Queen of Swords energy, they have nowhere to go but kind of down. This tower energy, these people falling through, it's like you call them up and you're, waving them forward as represented in this card. So what this is seeing, what I'm seeing this as is people in your life have they've really tried it quite a few times. And you have set boundaries and stood in your power and probably dismissed people out of your life where it's not It's just not the right, it's not the right relationships for you anymore. You understand that it's not like they're not treating you with love, respect, kindness, any of those things. And you understand that you deserve better. It's pretty incredible. It's pretty remarkable, frankly, pile three, because a lot of people, it's hard. It's hard to know when is enough enough. We all have different pain points and tolerances, but you've hit a point where you're handling it very decisively. That Page of Swords energy is here. I think this represents, it's mirroring, right? So the Queen of Swords is actually looking at the Page of Swords and the towers in between. There's times where the people that represent this tower moment from you think you're being impulsive. They think you're being the Page of Swords, but you're really being the Queen of Swords. You're really, like, they may think that you're, oh, they're not going to do that. Oh, they're just mad, or, oh, this isn't forever. No, like, people, you have changed, pile three, and in a beautiful way. You are a pioneer with how you have come to grow into who you are and not hesitate to set boundaries and to put people in their place and to own, frankly, how, like, I guess to set higher expectations for how people treat you and to hold them accountable. We have the Ten of Swords here. This represents what your past was, which is like a lot of just betrayal, heartbreak, all of these things. And yet, it's on top of the Four of Wands, which, and to me, illustrates this is your past, right? Because it's a clarifying card. The Four of Wands is your future. This is where you're going. This is what you're leaving behind. Those people that betrayed you and everything, they're like, oh, she's a Page of Swords, she's making rash decisions, whatever. It's like, no, joke's on you. I'm actually like coming from the High Priestess energy, and I'm actually the Queen of Swords. Like, you have so much power and so much clarity around who deserves your time and who doesn't. So you are truly a pioneer, because you know that you don't want to repeat having relationships like this, and you're not wanting to keep repeating, those same cycles. You want to bring in better relationships. You are determined to do so, and hence that Ace, or that Four of Wands energy is represented here, is coming through. Okay, so is there any other messages from your ancestors? Because we went, but I have to trust your ancestors. I think this is a message you need to hear, but like I said, it's a little different. Any other clarity around why urgent messages from your ancestors, any clarity around why pile three is the pioneer? Okay, the Chariot. We're going to pull a couple cards. I don't want to get too long with this reading. The Hanged One. Yeah, this has really changed your life. It's the Ace of Wands. So I will say the one benefit to all of this is there's always something good that comes from, like, getting clarity around why some things happen, or how to not encourage not so great people in our life once we establish what they are and how we're being treated. The Chariot card shows up first. You notice her confidence in this card and her elegance. Right out the gate, why you're the pioneer is because she's there on her own. Like I said, she's elegant, she's dynamic, she's confident, and she's not going to be easily disrupted. This energy, this Chariot energy, is it's a master. Sorry, I don't know why I'm blanking right now. It's late. I'm so sorry. This energy is incredibly powerful energy because it's part of the Major Arcana. And Major Arcana has come out twice clarifying these cards, almost like trumping this story. You are the Chariot. You notice how she's by herself? She should be. And she has this such a confident situation right here as the Chariot. you are able to now manifest at a quick speed. You're able to kick people out of your life at a quick speed. There's a strong sense of understanding. That sense of self-sufficiency. You see that in her face. That sense of, being capable in your work life. It's there, right? She looks like she's in her work life, She looks like that she's going off to battle. That is your vibe. Now, the other clarification on why you're a pioneer, the Hanged One. I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards in the tarot. It's about a different perspective. The reality is you've gone through a lot of heartbreak. You have 10 of Swords moment, okay? You got the 3 of Swords. You have some, and you have the Tower. You have some intense cards here, some intense cards that a lot of people dread. What's so great about this is you're able to look at these cards, and you're in the Hanged One energy, you turn them on its head. You look at it from a different perspective. You see the 3 of Swords, you're like, you know what? Yeah, I went through betrayal, but you know what? Now I know how to set boundaries, and I'm never going to be betrayed again. I'm good. Because I'll see the early warning signs. It turned me into what? The Queen of Swords. You went from, yes, you had to experience the 3 of Swords. Yeah, sure. You experienced some 10 of Swords energy. You experienced those hard times, those down and out times, but now you're in that Queen of Swords energy where you're just clearing them out. And now who's dishing out that Tower energy? You are. By disrupting their belief in who you are and how powerful you are. This is why you're the pioneer. You're the pioneer because you aren't afraid to take big risks. That's what it said, to achieve the life you desire. Part of the achievement you want is having very fulfilling, loving relationships as represented by the Lover's card and the 4 of Wands card. And you will have it. The Ace of Wands card is a passion card. You want passionate relationships that are as supportive of you as you are of it. This Ace of Wands energy is coming in. It's that creative energy. It's that bondy energy as far as like, it's fun, it's passionate, it's creative, and it's a new start. And that's how you're stepping in with your independence, your self-sufficiency. And remember, you have capabilities in your life as well. That Hanged One energy and the Ace of Wands energy is you're looking at things differently in a creative way. How can I use this energy and step into where I'm meant to step into? So, okay, let's do this. So we want to see your impact to this generation, and I'm going to pull some cards for that and also incorporate luck is on your side. We see that it's on your side here in the last bit of the reading. Luck is on your side with the Chariot card because everything now, you're fully engaged and empowered. The Hanged One, no one can affect your perspective on how you see the world. People cannot manipulate you or tell you how to see things or gaslight you anymore. And then, of course, the last card that proves that luck is on your side is that creative energy card, okay? So we know that that creative energy, you're unleashing a new beginning to your passion, to your spark, to who you are. It all steps back to the fact that you've gone through this journey. Okay, so let's get the last bit of cards out and we will wrap this message. I love this. Oh my goodness. Your impact to this generation from your ancestors' point of view. Page of Pentacles. Well, you're going to have a lot of financial opportunities here because luck is truly on your side. 6 of Swords. You're able to take a risk and leave things that are no longer serving you and travel to a road unknown. You're my pile where you can pick up and move somewhere because you found your completeness and your wholeness in your life. This is why you're a pioneer. You're able to let go of the past and be like, okay, this doesn't work anymore. Let me see what's up ahead. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to go for it. That 6 of Swords energy is so appropriate for you. And this is what is going to, your ancestors see as like an impact to your generation, which could be your family. It could be your friends. It could be on a larger note, like maybe you have some sort of platform. Whatever it is, this is how they see your impact to the world. Because you've gone through this, you're in such a beautiful position to show people the way to work through difficult times, how to step into their pioneer energy, how to believe luck is on their side, and how to completely transmute such negative energies like the Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords energy and just take it and move on. So we see the Ten of Pentacles here. This is ultimate success. It really is. It's, you know, look at the vibes here, right? Like, it's an older woman sitting here. She's got a couple dogs. There's a family there. Pentacles surrounded. Looks like she lives in a nice spot. I mean, she's wearing like a very dramatic, like grape. I guess that would be like a cloak, maybe. Maybe it's a dress. I don't know. Kind of strange. Anyway, you have tons of abundance that can come in from this. So I don't know if there's a way to, like, for instance, I'm going to throw it out there, like maybe, you know, this betrayal was more on the romantic level and you end up writing a book. You know, it could be, well, it doesn't have to be romantic now I think about it. You could write a book about any of this, any type of betrayal. Let's just say you write a book about it and you're able to monetize it. It could be the fact that this Ten of Pentacles energy, you're just in harmony and everything starts working and you're in flow, and this gives you the fire to achieve the life you desire, as pointed out by card 19. Whatever it is for you, you're going to have it. It's a wish fulfillment card, ultimately, the Ten of Pentacles. It's financial abundance. It's home security, right? It's that level of, you have a secure home life. You have financial abundance. It's a lot of your wishes were fulfilled. Now we have the Nine of Swords energy in reverse. Now this is bringing home that at one point, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of hurt feelings. In reverse, you no longer have, this no longer weighs on you. It's that sense of being able to teach others how to transmute these negative experiences and just live in this very positive Hanged One and Chariot energy, to embrace their independence, their self-sufficiency. You will teach people how to be capable in life and work. You will teach them how to use their past as fuel to go after their dreams. That is something that is definitely something that you can do. And like I said, it doesn't mean you have to be like a professional coach or teacher or anything like that, or lead a team. It could be that you raise children and you teach them that. It could be a sibling. It could be a friend. It could even be a parent. But somehow you will impact other people's lives and show them the way when they're in difficult times. The last card here is the Page of Pentacles. There's a lot of new financial opportunities coming your way. There's going to be ways to make money, and so this is coming out as well, that you have a lot of financial potential. And so your impact to this generation is that there's going to be a lot of things that just kind of start flowing your way. You are the pioneer. I wouldn't be surprised if you come up with new ideas as represented by the Page of Pentacles, and start pursuing those new ideas and build it into the Ten of Pentacles. Build it into this, you know, very abundant energy that can also happen. Okay, so just remember, pile 3, luck is on your side. You are the pioneer. This is my group that's just, you guys are just your power hitters. You are, nothing can stop you. I mean, you had some cards that people dread, and look at you coming out on top, bringing that, you know, major arcana to light. Like, no, you got this. It's really great to see, and I'm very excited for you. Okay, pile 3, I hope you enjoyed these messages. If you did, please hit like, share, subscribe if you feel called to. I do post a couple times a week. I like to do entertaining, enlightening, fun messages. I want this to be a feel-good channel, so that's always my goal, to leave you guys uplifted. So if that appeals to you, please join the channel. And then, of course, shoot me a comment. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know if any of these messages resonated. Yeah, I'm very excited for your pile, because it sounds like you guys have been through it. But man, at the end of the day, you've been promised money and love and like just an insane amount of strength. And you're in for, you know, a lot of luck on your side. So I'm excited for you. Okay, take care, pile 3.